So today I have 4 separate mods that you can do to the newly released Coruscant Guard gunship that can make it significantly better. So what exactly did I modify on the Coruscant Guard gunship? Well, we've added rockets on the top, ball turrets, which look so much better, an actual interior play function, and best of all, double doors. So sit back and relax because we have a lot to modify here, unfortunately. Now, I say unfortunately because I really think these modifications I'm going to show you guys today really should have been actual features with the set. It shouldn't be something you have to do separately. But regardless, let's take a look at the first one, which is the double doors. Now, this modification of the double doors comes from the YouTube user Ewok Pilot. I'm going to leave a link to his YouTube video down in the description. He has a really great step-by-step tutorial showing every Lego piece and exactly how to modify these double doors, what you need to make it look like what I'm showing here on screen. Now, as we look closer, you might notice that there really is no difference between the single door and double door design here. There's no extra width or parts sticking out. It works seamlessly and looks like the normal original Coruscant Guard gunship, which is really a testament to Ewok Pilot's design here. Now, I will note that the front door, or the smaller door of the gunship modification here, is a little less stable than the back door. That's simply because there's only one Technic beam holding the door, whereas the back door has 2 Technic pieces. As you can see, I can get so much more room, the full access to the cargo bay for putting my clone troopers in there. This is just a no-brainer modification. Next up is the rocket launchers on the top of this gunship. Now, LEGO included no play features here, unlike the 2008-2013 gunship. We had flick-fire missiles here, and we're going to put those back, in my opinion. So first up, we're going to grab some pieces from the handle. We're going to remove these little Technic bars that stick out. We don't really need them, and we're going to actually use them for this modification. So on the left side of the screen are the parts that you'll need to acquire, and on the right side, these are parts that actually come with the gunship. Those 2 black pieces are part of the doors. So the first thing we're going to do is take 2 flick-fire missiles with black cones on top of them and attach them utilizing this Technic beam piece, and we're going to make 2 of those. And then we're going to take the clip piece, 45-degree angle stud piece, and the 1x2, and all attach them like so. We're then going to attach them to the bigger assembly of the flick-fire missiles, and that's it. All you have to do then is make 2 of these that are opposite of each other, and we then attach them to the very top of the gunship. They actually just perfectly fit right in the middle there. And man, this simple little modification does so much for the top side of the gunship. Adding the flick-fire missiles back to where they should have been in the first place for this gunship looks fantastic and integrates with those rocket launchers perfectly. So if you haven't already picked up the Coruscant Guard gunship, well, guess what? I'm giving away 2 of these thanks to our sponsor, Whatnot. So on this upcoming Thursday, September 7th, I'll be hosting yet another Whatnot stream. For those of you unfamiliar with Whatnot, it's a live stream selling app that you can download both on iOS and Android. On top of that, with the link down in the description, there's a $15 credit if it's your first time signing up on Whatnot. So you can use that during my stream where I will be selling 300 Lego Star Wars minifigures. There's literally 50 clone troopers on these base plates. Jedi, there's Imperial troops, there's Mandalorian figures, there's bounty hunters. It goes all over the place. It's going to be a crazy stream on September 7th. You're definitely not going to want to miss out. Plus, who doesn't want a chance at winning 2 Coruscant Guard gunships? So down in the description below, you'll find a link where you can bookmark the stream. It starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're definitely not going to want to miss out on this. Make sure you also have notifications on for the Whatnot app. Thanks again to Whatnot for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to those gunship mods. Next, we're getting rid of these stud launchers and throwing them away because they're terrible looking. All right, so this first modification is fairly simple. I have a couple different options. The first of which is the 4x4 clear bubble turret. You can simply just attach this, and all you have to do is on the bottom side, move the under assembly 1 stud further up so it actually matches the correct angles to the bubble on the top. This is all you really have to do if you really want a simple modification, but we can go further than this. If we take the underside completely off and go use the parts for something else, we can bring in a 4x4 with a cutout in the middle, specifically in trans clear. This is a round piece, and attach that. We're then going to take a 1x2 circular piece. You'll need 2 of these, and attach them to each other just on top like so. And after that, we're going to need these quote unquote mechanical claws. This is what Bricklink calls this piece. You'll need all of this in light bluish gray. You'll need 2 of them, and you're just going to attach them on the reverse side, so not with the studs. And then from there, we're going to add another bubble turret. We'll just snap it onto those claw pieces, weird name. And then from there, we're going to attach this to the bottom side of the wing like so, matching up with that circular 4x4. As you can see, it only takes a few pieces to do this underside modification to the wing, and it really does wonders for making the actual wing of this gunship look significantly better and far more accurate to the regular gunship. More on that in just a second. As you can see though, this modification of the trans clear bubbles looks so much better than the normal stud shooters that are included with the set. So upon a closer look from the Star Wars The Clone Wars episode, the Clovis arc, you'll notice that the Coruscant Guard gunship has white ball turrets. So I think we can do a little bit more modification to our gunship because of this. So we're starting fresh here with a clean slate. We need to remove this 4x4 plate as well as a 1x4 plate, and we're going to replace these with general white plates. So it doesn't matter which type of white plates you use, whatever fits this area. I just utilize these 2x3s and 2x2s. I thought they looked pretty good. We're then going to use a white version of that same exact piece. Now this is actually pretty rare. It only came in one set, but you can order it off Bricklink. And then as for the underside, you could convert the Lego design into white if you want to go this route, if you don't want to buy multiple of those bubbles, because they are a little bit on the pricey side. It's up to you how far you want to take this modification. It doesn't look bad if you convert it with white pieces on the bottom with the original design, but we're going with the same design I just showed you, which is the inverted bubble or windshield piece. And as you can see, all you have to do is the same design, except all in white this time. And we're also utilizing a 4x4 circular plate there instead of the one with the hole. And all we do is attach it the exact same way we did with the trans clear piece and light bluish gray pieces from earlier. And here's basically the white version, which is, in my opinion, far more accurate to what you see in Star Wars The Clone Wars. Now, I'm sure some of you eagle-eye viewers out there might notice that you could take this plate off underneath the wing and reduce the bubble area by that single extra plate so it's more flush with the actual wing. Problem with doing this is that it would bring the bubble turrets all the way up to the front of the wing, which is not accurate. It doesn't look good, as you can see here. So what you'd have to do if you wanted to go this route is you'd have to extend the wing outwards. My goal here is not to get too complex with these modifications. Obviously, it would be a lot of work to extend the wings to make sure that they're sturdy. It would require quite a bit of extra pieces, but it's something you can do yourself if you so choose. As you can see though, as is, the white bubble turrets look so much better than what LEGO has done and is so much more accurate. My last modification is bringing some nostalgia from the 2008 Republic gunship. This is the original OG Clone Wars version from the animated show, and in it had a little command station, and so I tried to kind of replicate that here with this Coruscant Guard version of that command station. I used some more interesting techniques. It's not the sturdiest design, but I think it looks pretty cool, especially when you put the shock troopers on it. It looks like a command station in my opinion. So how do you build it? Well, it's pretty fairly simple. Here are the pieces that you need. They are a little bit more rare. Maybe that lollipop piece might be new to some of you, but it's a great new piece that really allows you to do some cool angles. Here's the cross section of the command station. Should be able to pause this video and kind of reverse engineer what I've done here. It's a fairly simple design. Underneath it, I just have some inverted tiles and that 1x2 with the bar piece attached to it. Now, I do want to note that I did have to modify how the door here on the front side of the gunship closes. I had to take one of these Technic pieces out, reverse the Technic pin, add a blue Technic pin, add a Technic piece to that side, and just basically push it outwards so that these two pieces are touching each other. This allows the actual door to close properly and doesn't squish the command station. It's fairly simple. It only takes like about a minute to modify this. One last note is I did have to remove a 1x2x3 panel piece that sits right there. You can see the other one on the other side. It only has to be removed on one side, but whatever side you do remove the panel is the side that you'll place the actual command station in so that it goes in nice and smoothly. So lastly, I just want to do a little comparison here. So on one side, we had the Lego version with the stud shooter launchers, the single door, all of that. And then the other has the double door as well as the white ball turrets. I think all of these modifications, including the rocket launchers on the top as well as the command station, really elevates this set into another level. I mean, I highly recommend you do these modifications. It's just a shame that you even have to do them in the first place. So again, I do want to thank Ewok Pilot for the great double door design. It's very similar to that 2008 Gunship double doors, and I actually really like it. It's not the best design. I'm sure more people in the community will probably come out with a more structurally sturdy design. It does work, it does integrate very well, and it's seamless with the previous design of one single door. It doesn't add any more width or anything to the set. All the modifications here are, not crazy. I didn't want to go, extending wings. I didn't want to redesign the body. I didn't want to get that crazy. You can absolutely do that, and I might do that in the future myself. I just really wanted to do simple modifications that a lot of you should be able to do at home. You might have to order a few pieces either off lego.com or Bricklink, but it's well worth it to make it so much better, both in playability, its overall fun, and it just looks so much better, especially with the double doors, the ball turrets, the rockets. Like, it really finally looks like what the Gunship should have looked like from Lego. It's really disappointing that the designers didn't implement any of these things, because I was able to do it in just a few days, whereas the Lego design team has months, if not a year. And so as a hardcore Lego Star Wars fan, it is so frustrating that you have to even do these modifications. But at least it's available. It's not going to cost you that much money. I know a lot of you out there are simply buying the Coruscant Guard Gunship for the minifigures, not so much the set. But now that you've seen that you can modify it, does this change your mind on buying the set now that you can make it look a lot more like a regular playset gunship that we've gotten in years past? I'm definitely curious to hear your thoughts down below. Lastly, I have a question for you guys. Would you like to see me do a full color change of the gunship? Make it look like a normal, regular white, a little bit of lime green gunship? Is that something you're interested in seeing? Let me know down in the comments below, and I might just make it happen. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great, wonderful day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.